Good evening, everybody. It is 6 o'clock. It is Monday, September 11th, 9/11. It's the 22nd anniversary of 9/11. I'd like to take a moment of silence to remember. It will always be with us. Please join us for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. May I have a motion for approval of prior minutes from our August 14th town board meeting? Thank you, Chauncey. May I have a second? Thank you, Alan. Is there any discussion, questions, or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Passes unanimously. I have a couple of announcements. All dogs living in Rhinebeck, town or village, are required to have their people pay an annual license fee from the town. So please see our clerks, have your people see our clerks and get your license. Patterns for Progress and Red Hook Responds is hosting or presenting their findings on a community needs assessment that the town and villages of Red Hook, Rhinebeck, and Tivoli funded to see what our community needs are here at Town Hall on Thursday, the 14th at 6 p.m. Josh will be here representing the town board, and anyone please attend. It will be taped and we will make the findings public on our website as well. The town and village have partnered to create with our climate smart task force to have an electric vehicle fair on September 23rd from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. at our town park. So at the parking lot, so please come. I'm going because I need a new car and I'm hoping I can get an electric one. Cultural Landscape Foundation is rolling out their What's Out There weekend guide, Rhinebeck and the Mid-Hudson Valley. It's a project that we co-funded with the county, and it's an overview of all historic landmarks, both person-made and natural in our area. So they're free tours of all these places, and it's rolling out the weekend of September 30th through October 1st. Check out our website to get more information. I'd also like to I'd also like for us all to recognize that Jennifer Mund, our amazing assessor, both here and in the town of Poughkeepsie, was just passed her Institute of Assessing Officers certification, which is a very high standing within New York State. So I want to congratulate her and thank her and recognize the amazing work that she does for us. And I think that's all. Does anybody else have anything? No? I'm going out of order because Warren's here, and we have before us, I'd like a motion for Resolution 2023-026, the Carl Duncanberg Alderkill subdivision and ODA resolution.
Make motion.
Thank you, Josh. Ed, second?
Yep.
Thank you. Warren, you want to brief us on this?
Sure, unless the applicant wants to say something, but I can start. We have there's a 5-lot subdivision that went through the planning board process for Carl Duncanberg and Alderkill, I believe. And that has been approved subject to the condition imposed by the planning board that the applicant obtain a open development area approval from the town board pursuant to the provisions of 288 of the town law. And that's required where access to building lots do not have direct access frontage on a public road, but have access through an easement or a private road, and that's what they are proposing for this subdivision. So in order for that to happen, the planning board determined that an open development area approval needed to be performed by the town board. I did create we had a resolution, and then I amended the resolution after talking with the attorney for the applicant and reviewing the statute. I've changed the resolution from the original draft to provide that instead of a public hearing on the application, we are going to have a public meeting on the application. There's no requirement for a public hearing in 280A of the town law. Although the town board could have a public hearing if it wanted to. We've changed the date of the public hearing now, public meeting to October 12th. I guess that's going to be the new date for it. So you're going to have to change that on your copies, and it'll be at 5 p.m. Just so you understand, I have to be out of here by 6 to go to another meeting.
So we're going to change this resolution 2023-206 to notice. Is there a notice on here? Yes. The first resolved, we're changing it to Thursday, October 14th, 12th, Joni?
12.
At 5 p.m. We erroneously scheduled our town board meeting for October 9th, which is Indigenous Peoples' Day. So I am renoticing our town board meeting, regular town board meeting for Thursday, October 12th at 5 p.m. It's a little earlier so that Warren can make it.
The other thing I changed from the original resolution was there was a requirement of a $4,500 escrow, which I had not weighed in on. I feel that a $2,000 escrow is sufficient. If we need more money from the applicant, I'm sure we'll get that. So I've changed the $4,500 to $2,000. And we are going to have a seeker review of this because the planning board did not conduct a coordinated seeker review, which they had. So we'll take care of that, but hopefully we can get that all done.
We'll get that done on the 12th?
Within the hour, so I can leave a meeting and go to another meeting.
We'll get that done on the 12th, Warren?
Pardon?
We'll get that done on the 12th?
Yeah, we'll do that on the 12th.
Thank you. So Joan, you've amended this resolution with the new date. Any other questions, comments, concerns from the town board? Any questions, comments from?
Just thank you for accommodating us and my requests.
Sure.
Greatly appreciated.
Sure.
And this does have to be referred to the planning board for their review, and an abundance of caution. I'm not sure whether county planning needed to weigh in on this, but we should send them a notice with a copy of the short form environmental assessment form.
You'll respond to both?
I think that's it, unless the applicant wants to say something to the board.
Well, thanks for
That's it.
doing this, and
Okay.
thanks for putting the land in conservation. We'll see you on the 12th.
Thank you very much.
Oh, wait, we have to vote.
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Did we get a motion?
Yes, we did get a motion. Josh motioned it, Ed seconded it, we
Okay.
discussed it, and we all voted aye, yes?
Yes.
Any opposed? Passes unanimously. Thank you. We'll
Have a
see
great
you on
night.
the 12th.
Thank you,
Yeah,
guys.
thank you, John.
Okay. I think we have one more thing to do while Warren's here. I'm taking out of order discussion items, tab 16, proposed local law noise ordinances.
Okay, want me to take over on this?
Well, yes, yep, go ahead.
Okay, so we have been discussing for a while internally some changes to the existing noise ordinance to make it easier to enforce. I have been communicating with the board about this and with our town planner, Jim Levy, and Jim had made some suggestions for changes to the law, which I have reviewed. Most of the changes related to changes in the sound levels, which would be prima facie evidence of a violation. But the most important thing that I added to the law is the prohibition of unreasonable noise. We now have a provision which says that no person shall cause or permit to be made unreasonable noise. For purposes of this chapter, unreasonable noise is any disturbing, excessive, or offensive sound that disturbs a reasonable person of normal sensibilities. sensitivities. And that definition has actually been held by the courts, so it is constitutional, in my opinion. But we've combined it with decibel limitations and restrictions on the time periods for generating noise, which Jim had created and I have added to. I've also added some exceptions to the law, modified that, and I have added some definitions which we don't have in the law, most significantly subsection F, which has the criteria for unreasonable intrusive noise. And this will give the enforcement agency, whether it be the police or the zoning enforcement officer, a standard to determine whether the noise is unreasonable. And there are several criteria for determining that and issuing a violation. And then I've added some definitions to the law, which we didn't have before. I'm not sure whether all of them are required. I've asked Jim to take a look at the law and give us his input. So we're not ready to schedule a public hearing on this, but hopefully by the next meeting we will.
Thank you, Warren. I just had some concerns about some of the times. I don't know if any of you do, if you wanted to limit the times further, or if you're okay with some of the time areas. In Section A, we have provided that such performance or activities does not occur between the hours of 10 p.m. and 7 a.m. I would propose 10 p.m. and 9 a.m.
Yeah, whatever changes you have, you can mark it up, send it on to me, and I'll take a look at it.
Should we go through it now, or do you guys want me to just email you?
It would be easier for me if you just mark them up and then take a look at them, and Jim will have his input too. Sure. And then I'll try to incorporate everything that's non-controversial.
You're trying to hear back from Jim before our meeting on the 12th?
I just spoke to him, he said he'll look at it. I had sent it to him, I'll send it again to him.
Joni, will you follow up on just adding this to see if we're ready for it on the 12th? Thank you. Anything else? Thank you for that, Warren. I think this is a good, anything else that we need Warren for? I don't think so.
Rudy just walked in, we were in the middle of it. Rudy, we're going to try to lay this down on the 12th. So public hearing for this.
12th of this month?
October.
October.
October 12th. Public
Yeah.
hearing on the 12th.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe with restricting some of the time periods further.
Great.
Okay, Warren, thank you.
Just came in late, so.
We'll see you guys.
So that's all I can do.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to email any comments on times or anything, town board and town clerk, please.
Okay, I'll do that. I do have some. All right.
Thanks. Okay, thanks, Warren. I'm going to go back. I need a motion for Resolution 2023-205 to hire a second cemetery groundskeeper and town hall cleaner. May I have a motion? I'm sorry, who motioned? Okay, thanks. And that was Chauncey. Any questions, comments, concerns? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes unanimously. I'll make a motion for Resolution 2023-207 and 2023-208 for two tax certiorari settlements, one on 118 East Market Street and one on 26-28 Livingston Street, LLC. May I have a second for both?
Second.
Thanks. I discussed this with our assessor. The Livingston Street property, she went through all the financials with the owner. The apartments were vacant and being renovated. So based on an income appraisement, she lowered it by about $200,000. We'll reappraise it next year as they've been updated. And 118 East Market comped out lower. Again, she'll revisit it in the next year. Both cases have agreed to waive repayment of town taxes and ad valorem taxes. So we're still whole. And I support her decision. Any questions, comments? All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Vote pass unanimously. I need a motion for Resolution 2023-209, Highway Department to auction off surplus equipment. Thank you, Ed. May I have a
Second.
second? Thanks, Josh. Any questions or comments, concerns? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes unanimously. I need a motion for 2023-210, Assessor's Office disposal of documents.
Motion.
Thanks, Josh. May I have a second?
Second.
Thanks, Alan. Any questions or comments?
I want to be there. Can I be a part of throwing 1980 paperwork out?
Yeah,
It must be fun.
We have a shredder truck come. It is fun. It's awesome. And we usually have pizza when we do it, so it's a lot of work that the staff does. We're constantly going through. We have a document retention issue, and it's supposed to be good. Thanks, Joan. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes unanimously. I need a motion for 2023-211 workstation for building department.
Motion.
Alan, thanks. Second?
Second.
Thanks, Josh. Any questions, comments?
Yeah. In the third whereas clause, is the word thin a typo or is that
It's a
technical?
thin client.
Yeah, basically the problem with some of the workstations is most of the work's done on the server and it takes too long. If you want a more elaborate explanation, I'll give you a course.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Thin
the
is
word
the-
thin is
Thin is correct.
the
It's a
jargon,
thin client.
technical jargon.
Yeah.
Okay. The technical term is, yeah, because it doesn't do anything.
Oh.
It's just a pass-through. So Okay. Thank you. it's very inefficient for what,
It seemed great 8 years ago.
well,
Technology has changed.
yeah, and the municity application runs a lot on the local workstation, and the setup we have with the thin clients makes most of it happen on the servers, and the server has to translate from one interface to another, and it takes lots of time.
Thanks for doing this. It'll help Kimberly greatly.
Yes.
All in favor?
I'm a hero.
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? It passes unanimously. I'll make a motion for Resolution 2023-212 for the Joint Town Village Climate Smart Task Committee Task Force Electric Vehicle Event. May I have a second?
Second.
Thanks, Alan. Any questions, comments, or concern? If we get 5 people to buy, we get a stipend. So, yeah. Okay, you're laughing. If you need an electric car, come down and look.
Yeah.
There'll be a lot of
No, I
models that
support
are
it. I
safe.
just, it's like,
I know what you,
Saving the planet is all I wanna do.
your new car. I know what you got. It's fine. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes unanimously. I need a motion for Resolution 2023-213, Rhinebeck Recreation Adult Pickup Soccer.
motion.
Second.
I just want to see, it's a 50-50 split. even-
That's how we did it before.
And you want to keep it like that?
That's what Michael argued for, and we thought that we just needed to see how it went. But the question I have about this one is, are we increasing or decreasing, or this is just for the fall? We're just saying for the fall, right?
I don't know. This is 10 sessions, and I don't know why it's a split if it's a recreation committee sponsored thing.
I think Michael's argument was that it would incentivize future things. I think that was his argument. I speak for him, but that was his argument.
Well, what do you think? I'm not nuts about it,
And
but,
that's how we've been doing it to date. so-
right, but I mean, the instructors are all of our committee members.
We'll insist.
So what is your preferential, 75-25?
I don't know. I didn't, this isn't my resolution. I just
So-
raise it for discussion.
No, understood. So the last time we went through, that's why I was asking, this is just modifying time, because to date, I believe we've been doing the 50-50 split.
And I question why. If it's a pickup game, why? I mean, I don't know.
Well, they're reserving the space, so to do
Shouldn't we
that.
just rent them the space and it can go into our field? Am I opening a can of worms
No, not
here?
necessarily, but just generally speaking, there's always been a split. For instances like this, what it's been is varied, but
I know, but
In the past,
these aren't people running, these aren't
No, I'm happy to revisit it.
Okay, what do you think, Alan?
Well, in the past, we've actually given the instructor more than 50%.
These aren't instructors, these are,
They're playing.
they're players.
Whatever. So 50/50 is a bigger share for the town than usual.
Yes, but should we be paying them
No,
anything, is my point, for a pickup game? What are they, I don't know. Why don't they just rent the fields from us?
Because that's too simple. I think basically we're working under the same system or structures before. Your question is totally valid. My thing was just at what point, at the moment, I think we should just reconsider at the end of the year. Because what are we talking about, 50% of?
We're talking about a couple $100.
So,
Okay, let's reconsider it.
so torpedoing the whole thing at the moment, I don't think.
I don't think it makes sense, no. Since it starts tomorrow, it's kind of, it just seems ludicrous to pay people who are showing up to play for a pickup game, but I guess we are getting a rental fee from it.
We are.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
I vote no. Passes unanimously.
Okay.
Okay. I need a resolution for 2023-214 for the disposal of town hall electronic waste equipment.
Motion.
Thanks, Alan. Thanks, Ed. Any questions, comments, concerns? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes unanimously.
You should send this stuff to us for signing.
Yeah. I'm going to ask for a motion for, oh, I'm sorry, who just did town hall? Oh, I got that, all right. I'm going to ask for, to consolidate 2023215 and 2023126. May I have a motion?
Second.
Chauncey and Josh. Thanks. We're just reaffirming our existing policies, thanks to our town clerk who's keeping us compliant with the Office of the State Controller and Department of State. Any comments, questions, or concerns? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Passes unanimously. Thank you. I'd like to make a motion for resolution 2023-217 for our preliminary accounts payable abstracts. May I have a second?
Second.
Thanks, Alan. Any comments or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes unanimously. I will make a motion for resolution 2023-218 for our capital projects abstracts. May I have a second?
Second.
Thanks, Josh. Are there any questions, comments, concerns? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Passes unanimously. I'll make a motion for 2023-219 for our budget transfers and amendments. May I have a second?
Second.
Thanks, Alan. Any questions, comments, concerns? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes unanimously. A couple of pieces of new business. Jennifer Mund, our assessor, is going to attend further training. I want to poll you all. I can pass it retroactively at our next meeting. She's asking for us to pay for 12 hours of her work time and for 3 days of meals and a meeting fee. The salary comes to about $480 plus benefits, and the meals come to about $150.
It's a one-time thing?
Well, she did it a couple of months ago, but it's pretty intensive. She's getting very, high up accreditation and continued education.
Yeah, of course.
That she's, the town of Poughkeepsie, her main employer, is paying for the courses and all of her, other work time. We're just chipping in a little. All right, I'll do a resolution up for the next meeting.
Yeah.
Thanks. Joan, you're good with that? Thank you. Renoticing again the two town board meetings. I think we've renoticed our meeting scheduled for the 9th, which is Indigenous Peoples' Day, where a regular town board meeting will be Thursday, October 12th at 5 p.m., an hour earlier, so that Warren can attend. And I'd like to call a special town board meeting for Thursday, October 5th at 1 p.m. if everybody's available. This is to lay down my tentative budget to you guys. Does that work for everyone?
It's fine.
Okie dokie, so that's when you'll get the budget, and then you can fine tune it. Discussion items, we did the local law ordinance. One thing that's not on the agenda, the Rhinebeck Soccer League wants to have diesel-powered lights on the field from 3 in the afternoon till 8 or 9 at night so that they can play soccer all the time. It's noise and air pollution as far as I'm concerned. I don't know how you guys feel. I said I would support them tying into our electric as it's clean power, but diesel,
Gotta be a better
I
way.
don't think we should do it.
Yeah.
okay, no diesel. It just doesn't fit in with our goals for the environment, for us to be running, you know, a couple of K of diesel powered.
I think they should focus on the lights.
Yeah, we have a plan. All right, I'll let them know. We have a plan from Musco for lighting the whole park, and if they raise money, they could, all right, so I agree. Yeah, all right, I'll write to them. I have to write this down. Okay, and Chauncey, you had something else?
Yes, over the course of the summer, because of the pickleball courts project, I've made many trips to the park over the course of the summer, all times of day and all days of the week. And I think that we have a situation there when the place is busy and the swimming pool is full and the parking lot is jammed. It's very dangerous. I've seen small children that are so short you wouldn't see them through the windows of a car dash out, back in. It's really dangerous. And I think that we should put in speed bumps on the entrance line side and on the exit side. It would be, my proposal would be to do it from the bottom of the hill, about where the bathhouse begins, and down to where the fence is for the
Just one speed
playground
bump
area.
going that way? Two
I
speed
think,
bumps?
well, I've discussed it with Bob Warren and Bobby Fitzgerald, and I believe...
Fitzpatrick.
I'm sorry,
It's
Fitzpatrick.
okay.
And I believe the proposal is to put in 4 on each side,
Okay,
and to put in the kind that can easily be removed.
so they can plow.
Yes, it would cost us a couple $1,000s to purchase them, and a couple $100 each fall and each spring. Fall to take them out for snow plowing particularly, and letting,
Chauncey, is this something we would, I'm sorry to interrupt, but is this something we'd start next year?
yes, we wouldn't, there'd be no point in doing it now.
So it's like a budget
Tools closed
discussion
and
thing
drained.
too, right?
Yeah, it would be in the spring.
So we could put
We
it in the
put it in,
budget?
yeah.
What do you need for the budget?
Bob Wine's estimate is $200 to purchase them, and then $400 a year to install them in the spring and remove them in the fall. $200 in the spring, $200 in the fall.
200
purchase
times 8,
price.
so 1,600 to purchase, and then the labor.
$2,200 to purchase,
I
and that's a
thought
one-time purchase.
I thought you said 200 each.
No, 2,200 to purchase them. That investment is then made, and then we would spend about $200 each spring to put them in, and another $200 each fall to take them out.
And we're purchasing 8 of them.
Yes.
Okay. I agree. Thanks for bringing that to our attention.
Sure. It's really scary when you,
Well, and you
so all of a
know,
sudden, 15 feet in front of you, a kid
it
runs
is,
across.
and I was going down every day too.
Well, you come down that hill, and unless you're really paying attention.
You have to go really slowly. But it was just great to see how well used the park was all
It
summer.
is, yeah.
And then you go, I went the Tuesday after Labor Day, and it's like tumbleweeds going through it.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I saw this just time after time after time, the place was mobbed.
No, yeah.
Oh, and excuse me, also, Bob Fitzpatrick would like more signage. He doesn't think there's enough signage.
So it's a budget,
Alerting people
discuss it in the budget.
Okay.
Right?
Good, yeah, that's fine.
Fine, signage. is
I don't
fine.
have a suggestion from him as to how many signs and where he put them.
What does he
and
want,
the cost.
slow down signs or?
Yeah, and it's a 10-mile-per-hour speed limit, he doesn't think it's well enough marked, and so forth.
Okay.
So we can get more specifics from him.
Okay,
That won't be a big item on
We
park.
could put a camera up there too,
why?
We need Wi-Fi.
give people tickets for speeding.
Oh, boy. Okay, noise ordinance, we did speed bumps, we did Jennifer, we renoticed town board meetings. Any comments or questions from anyone here on anything, any agenda or non-agenda item issues? Anything from anybody else? Okay, hearing nothing, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Good night, everybody, thanks. See you on the 12th.